CyberTap is a big data analytics and network forensics tool. It's an analytical tool, gives you the ability to basically manage a forensics repository as well as search it in a Google-like format or Google-like search engine to give you the ability to pull any sort of data out of it that you would want to see. I think a key message for CISO is that there are a lot of vendors out there today that say we can help you find the needle in the haystack. We sort of coined the term, we can help you find the needle in the pile of needles. The reason that we can do that is the level of indexing that we do when we take network transactions. So basically we take network transactions and we decap those is what we call it, or also it's a form of decompilation. Once we decompile that network traffic, what we do is then we reassemble it back into its native format. So if you send an email, it's broken up into thousands of packets. What we do is that we take those packets, reassemble them, and turn them back into that email. Once we turn it back into that email, we then index it, and we index it by character. So it's very granular. So it doesn't matter what character set is in there, we can search by it. It could be Cyrillic, it could be Kanji, or it could be English. It doesn't really matter. We can search by any character set. Once we index it, then we enrich the data. So we will give associations for relationships between the data. And then what we do is that we present that in a forensics repository, which is completely searchable. So our user interface looks like a search engine. So if you can use a search engine, you can use our product. Some of the things that you can do with Recon, which is the name of our product, is, let me give you an example. We just had a conversation last week with a customer on Wall Street. And this particular customer wants to monitor trades. There's been a lot of things, a lot of information in the press about inappropriate trades or inappropriate disclosure of information. A lot of people want to find out how that trade went down or how that information was leaked. With our product Recon, because we can reconstruct everything that's gone across that network backbone, you can easily search and capture that complete conversation where that information was leaked, or how that conversation went down, or what inappropriate discussion happened. We can recreate that whole thing. Another example would be in healthcare. In healthcare, people are looking at our product for compliance. There's a lot of things around PII and HIPAA compliance and the unapproved disclosure of medical information. We can easily find medical records that are traveling in the clear across a network backbone through a simple query. I was just in a conversation today with one of my federal customers, and he was telling me one of his biggest challenges today was achieving a contextual understanding of a security incident, or turning security data into security information. Because we have the ability to basically take those network transactions that were associated with a given event. So let's say somebody clicked on a bad website and a bad link. What we can do is capture all those packets around that network transaction. We can bring back that information and recreate that whole incident into its original format, so a security analyst can see exactly what their employee did to infect themselves, or what breach occurred, because we can basically play back, if you will, everything that happened on the network. One of the major value propositions of Recon is utilization within a big data analytics kind of use case. And when you look at the intelligence community, a lot of times they are faced with communication security monitoring type use case. What we can do is, through the use of our tool, is take the network transactions associated with that flow of data that they're looking at, reconstruct it, index it, and correlate it. And when we correlate it, what we do is we create an e-persona or a cyber entity around all the relationships of that information, and then make it completely searchable or queryable via a search engine.